Okay, let's see here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I don't expect, just to put up a channel and not give an idea about me. Um, I'm a mother of four. I just turned 49. I'm going to be 50 next year. Actually, it doesn't really affect me. I don't really care. A lot of women are probably, oh my gosh, I'm going to be 50. I really don't care. Once you hit that 21 mark, it's like, and even then, because let's be honest, I was drinking before I was 21, so it really didn't affect me much. Um, my kids are 31, 27, um, 26, and 24. Three boys and one girl. She's the youngest. I grew up in California. My parents were kind of flighty. Um, I loved California. It was good then. I would not live there now. It's too expensive. It's not worth struggling as much unless you're rich, and even then, it's expensive. Because my cousin, she lives up there in Santa Cruz, and let me tell you, she makes really good money, but she'll be the first to say it's expensive. And when you got money like she does, and she still say that, it's expensive. Um, I I didn't have a solid back, growing up. I didn't have a house I grew up in my whole life. We were kind of movie. I mean, in the same general area, so at least that. I mean, but it was annoying. Just plain annoying. Um, my friend Christina grew up in her house. She had the lifestyle that I probably would have wanted, but I don't know. I mean, my lifestyle led me right here, so I can't really complain too much because I love where I'm at now. Um, I was in a 12-year relationship with a physically and mentally abusive person. Um, he's horrible. He still is, actually. What's sad. Um, he, I, I don't understand how he could be that way. And then he was good with the kids. I don't understand that. That made no sense to me, but whatever. Um, I kind of was back and forth with him. Leave, come back, leave, come back. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this, because the sun is like coming in on my face. He was kind of back, he was one way and then completely another way. I mean, it was exhausting. I tried my best with that relationship. I can say 100%, if not more, that I did. Of course, George woke me up, and because I met him online. Not like looking for somebody online. There's like these. I used to be on Yes, I'm a Nerd, Merc. I used to go on there a lot, and I'd go in these chat channels. And sometimes these chat channels would send like these mass invites, and you'd click on it, and you'd go to their channel. And his friend did it as a kind of let's do this kind of thing fun, because basically his channel was just for him and his friends, his college friends, and he where he lived in Valley Stream, his friend Craig would come in and chat with him because he was going to school in Buffalo at the time. So it's basically just so they could keep talking, wouldn't have to be on the phone all the time. So we came in, a friend of mine and me were invited, so we just kind of just did it. And that's where I met him, and basically it was just, I thought he was an asshole at first, to be honest with you. I mean, because he was he's very opinionated. He has opinions about stuff, and that's it. His opinion is that, and it doesn't vary very much. Very few times have I changed his opinion about something. Disney was one of those things that I did change his opinion on. He wasn't a big fan of Disney. I know, right? What's up with that? I grew up with Disney, being in California, so I mean, watching the show, going to Disneyland. And then when my grandparents were here in Florida, I would come here and visit with them, and then we'd go to Disney World. So I mean, I was a Disney fan. Still am, actually. Big Disney fan. So he kind of opened my eyes to kind of like, do you want your kids to see this kind of relationship? Do you want them to like want to be in a relationship like this? And I was like, wow. Like, I never thought of it in that way. I tried to make it for myself that I was staying because I was hoping they were thinking, that's a good mom, she wants us to be in a good relation, she wants us to be a family, kind of thing. But then I didn't think about it. Do I want them to actually, sorry, the sun is like hitting me. Do I want my kids to actually feel like it's okay to do that to a woman? No, I didn't. So that's when I was like, okay, I gotta wake up. I gotta do something about this. So I finally did. It took me a while, because it's not like you can just like, it's not an easy thing to do. But I did eventually do it, and I'm very proud of myself. Then I also, him and I also started being more than friends afterwards, the only problem was that my kids, even though I tried to hide things from them, didn't hide it so much. It didn't hide so much from Timothy, unfortunately, because he doesn't even call his dad. He calls him Tim. And Timothy's name, you do not call him Tim. You do not call him Tim. He does not want to have any association with him at all. He wants to be called Timothy. He doesn't call his dad. He doesn't call his dad dad. He calls him Tim. And I'll be honest with you, he barely speaks to his dad. And he has a lot of, Timothy has a lot of issues himself. He has seizures, and that's why he's still at home. He doesn't want to put that on anybody. He's had opportunities to kind of go and like roommates and stuff like that, and he doesn't want to. And so I feel bad for him in that way. He feels. I would think that would be kind of debilitating and trapping. It make you feel trapped, and I hate that. And I'm hoping that. Let me try and get a better position of this. Oh, that's better. He's a good kid. He works at Lowe's. He's pricing coordinator. He just he just needs to find himself, and he went to school for computer science. It's just in this area where we live, outside Sarasota. That's not easy, because it's not like those jobs are plentiful. My son Alex, he's in the military. He's in the Army. He's stationed up there in Savannah. He's married with a new little baby, a daughter, my granddaughter. Yeah, and Kona. Hi, Kona. Say hi. Kona, come here. Say hi. That's our dog. He's stationed up in Savannah. My son Christian's in Tennessee. Yeah, he didn't want to leave Tennessee. That's where I was living with my ex. I didn't like Tennessee. I hated it, as a matter of fact. It's just a bunch of bad memories for me, so I don't go back there. My daughter Cheyenne, she's in the autism spectrum. But the only problem is the things that her spectrum are kind of debilitating for her. It's social and like comprehension of stuff, and She doesn't take jokes well. Her food is like maybe 20 things at best. She has very childlike, I would say, childlike likes. Because she loves movies. She loves, and the movies she likes are Disney. Any Disney movie. Oh, please, come on. She likes that. She's unique. I'll just say that. My daughter's unique. Like maybe I'll have her on here and she can do one of her movie reviews that she would love to do. Let me tell you, she loves movies, but she's literally would give you the shirt off her back person. That's Cheyenne. That is totally Cheyenne. Oh my gosh. She would do that in a second. Not a problem. She would love to be a nurse, but I don't think she could handle that. Because she has to go through classes that I don't know if she could or not. I don't know. I don't know. And and then, I see that and it makes me feel bad. So my life is a stress ball all the time. I feel like I want to change jobs. I feel like I want to get out of this retirement area because I'm going to retire someday. I don't want to already live in a retirement area. George likes it because that's his, I don't, I mean, even though I know if we lived like Orlando, not really in Orlando, but like outside Orlando, he would be good when we got there, but it's just actually getting it there. And I know the logistics. We have stuff we have to pay and stuff like that. Believe me, life, that's what it is. So basically this thing is going to be you guys being my therapist. Make any comments you want on how to, what I need to do to fix my head when I have stuff I talk about. I'm okay with that. I have a pretty thick skin, and I don't really pay attention to nastiness. I'm too old to really let that affect me. I know some YouTubers like, oh my gosh, the comments they make are so mean. It's a person's comment. I mean, that person obviously has issues of their own. They need to really, work that out. If they can't make if you can't make a constructive comment, and not be hateful, you're not a good person. I'll be honest with you, because you can make a constructive comment, on somebody, something, somebody wants to know about. You don't have to be hateful. There's no reason to be hateful. There's so much hate in this world right now, with hateful comments, hateful actions. It's like, come on. Why make life more miserable? There's enough stuff that gets thrown at you on a daily basis just from living. Why do you want to add to the world's craziness? I don't know. I just don't get that part, I don't see how that being hateful to try and get your point across, how is that? Is that the only way you can do it? Seriously? That's it? If that's all you got, that's sad. So, I don't mind comments, constructive criticism, if it's done, without it being hateful, that's not a big deal to me. So, I just wanted to let you guys know about me a little bit, and you can clearly see how I am. And I know I'm probably not looking at you guys directly because it's kind of hard with a phone. I do have a camera that I'm going to be using, so it'll be a lot easier. But I'm using my phone right now. I have the Samsung Note 9. 9. I was trying to remember the number. There's so many of them. It's like, oh my gosh. The Note 9. So I have that, and I'm using that. So there's Kona again. She's a piece of work. She's definitely a unique dog, no doubt about that one. she has her little quirks, and George is her end-all be-all of an owner. She loves him. If something were to happen to him, I think her life would fade away. And vice versa, believe me. That's his baby. You see, when we got together, he had no kids. My kids were his kids, and he actually had no intentions of wanting kids. So it all worked out for the best. Not for his parents, though, because he's the end of the line. That's right. So, name-wise, so yeah, I get the guilt of that one. Oh well. Well, I'll let you go, and we'll just pick this up at some other time, and I'll probably go get blood tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a little snippet of me in the morning. I mean, I may do something later on today, but I know for sure I'm doing that. I don't know what I'm doing today. So maybe I'll do a snippet of that, and you can see my craziness in the morning, because I'm kind of nervous every time I do, because I don't like giving blood. But all right, so I'll just end this right now, and maybe I'll film something later. If I do something interesting, I will. If I don't, then I'll just, you guys will see me, you know, with my lovely blood. I can't take you inside because of HIPAA violations, but I'll like do it in the, you know, before and after kind of thing. All right, well, I'll see ya. Bye.